To get all the other things going. Yeah. Are you live? Says you're right here. You're right here. See? You're right there, sweetie. Grandma's starting up the laptop. Whoa. What's whoa? New word for her. It's just Tuesday. It's near noon. So that's what we're doing. And it's saying that we got Melanie's here and Mary's here. They say hi. Can you say hi? Okay, you're waving with your hands busy as can be. Yeah. Yeah, your hands are busy. Oops. Oh, another one on the floor. And see, June says hi. And Ginger says hi. And says, hey, sweet baby. It's you, hey, sweet baby. I'm getting everything but what I want here. View my channel. Trying to get me some chat up there. Right there's the live. You can see the chat, whether it be this microscopic. Yes, BBD is full of energy. And she can find anything that makes a noise. And she can drop. No, this is my mouse. It's like she is a handful at times. I don't know what I'm doing today. Because that's just me. Hi, Jennifer. She says, sweet baby. Is he a sweet baby? Is you? I sat her pacifier down someplace. I don't even know where it's at. But what I have to sew today, I can't do with her. Sewing these drunkards paths are a little bit harder. And the other thing I have to do is more hexies. Hi, Susan, you're out. Yeah, that's a lid that makes noise. Anything that makes noise. Hi, Joan. And it's like I said, I'm going to work on, I have some pinned drunkard's path. It's like they was buried under here, but she digs under and finds them. She keeps me busy, that's for sure. But once her mama comes through the door, then it's like no problem. But anybody sewing on anything special? I'm just trying to get my 59 more blocks done. I actually have 120 blocks to make, but only 60 have to be appliqued on. There's my noon whistle. And June, she's going to be sandwiching a quilt to get it long-armed. And from my video, I showed you guys. Mama's here. They're looking at something out there. I don't know what they're looking at. But it's like, from the video, I have a lot of quilts to put binding on. I have lots of quilts to put binding on. What you and Betty looking at?
The cops.
Oh, where are they at?
Down at the White House on the other side of Aunt Ryan's old house.
Oh.
She said they've been down there since like 9:15.
Oh.
They arrested a couple people, have come out in and out with evidence bags, and so.
Is that your mama?
Hey.
Is that your mama?
You want me to do that? Oh.
Yeah, that's your mama. Yeah. Right now she's happy with this. And see, I have another one getting ready to go on the long arm. Last night, my goal was to get that videoed. And that video took me over 30 minutes for 10 minutes of airtime. Because I was measuring, figuring out what I was going to say, flipping them, unflipping them. It's like, next time, take my time. Yeah. It's like pause longer in between. I don't know how long my phone will stay paused. I caught that one. This is a McDonald's toy. Back when they actually did Fisher-Price toddler toys. And they have different functions. Thank you, Mary. It's like, you know, a lot of the work is making the quilt. And then the quilting, when it's all done and over with, it's just like, yes. But the one that Lynn did for me, it's like, I'm still in awe following the path. There. Pick this up and start over again. But it's like, they was sitting on the back of my couch. Well, I can't take up my couch forever. Because I wasn't putting them, folding them up, setting them another spot until I got that video done. But it's the only way you guys see the finished ones. Carrie said hi. Joan says hi. And Carrie, she's doing her diamond art. Pop that rib out. It's like, I caught that one. She's got this thing to drop everything. Because I think she likes watching me pick it up. I think that's all it is. She wants me to pick it up. I don't know why some days we have the crowns, some days we don't have the crowns. Because like on Kathy's earlier, I have 75 experience points. So does Susan Yearout. So does Carrie Leonard. And we all had different star numbers, crown numbers. It says it goes by your chat or your frequency or...
Are you ready to eat?
Ready to go eat with Mama?
Hi.
I forget where I said... Oh, here's her pacifier.
Hi.
I don't want to lose that thing. We've lost it in the toys a couple times today. So, I am going to be sewing the Drunkard's Path. And I'm going to try to get this camera down. Let's see if I can do it, or if I have to make my legs more. I gotta extend my... If it would stay extended, would be nice. Because it actually wheels up, but it's like it won't stay. It wants to go back down, screaming down to a level. But it's just one of those things. But it's like, you have to have them pinned. And you put the smile in the back, the frown in the front. And it helps you make it straighter. So you turn the frown into a smile. Get this down there. Shorten my stitch length. And then you just slowly work around this curve. My camera needs to be over a bit, or my sewing machine needs to be turned out. Oh, thank you, Joan. I can advertise for Color Street. I can advertise for that. It's Color Street nails. It's several layers of fingernail polish prepared, ready for us. The putting them on a nice trick. They've been on for almost a week now. Delaney likes playing with them. I did them one other time. It's just back then they was $9 a time. Now they're up to ridiculous. And then $5 shipping to get them to you. And they fit in a standard business envelope. So I don't know why it couldn't go for just that and 2 stamps. I'm not doing it because everybody else is doing it. They was gifted to me by Susan Munger for my birthday. I think it was last year. And I thought I better check and see if there's expiration dates. And there wasn't. So it's just one of those things that I said, just put them on and I have them in my hand now. Then I looked up for other ones. You find yours at garage sales? Okay. Yeah, I just found out my neighbor has several of them. She's had them for years. But when I had first was buying them, it's like, I don't think they vacuum sealed them as well as they do now. I have several of these. Because when I have pins, I don't do them around Dee. Because her fingers are so dang fast. You lose everything and nothing. Nothing flat. I just spilt fabric on the floor, but that's okay. I got all the ones I needed out here. Hi, Terry. On your PMQ copy quilt? Okay. Yeah, Terry saves all of her paperwork, and then she goes back and she can make another one of it. And that's what you should be able to do. Because you done paid for it the first time. It's like the Hunter Star. That's a free pattern. Very easy to do with 10-inch squares. And it's like, I enjoyed it so much on the first one, using up all my scraps of colors and whites. I had to make another one out of some other scraps that I had. But I used a background fabric that was the same. And then when I got, someone wanted to buy a quilt, that was a guy and he didn't want flowers. I thought, Hunter Star, how much more masculine can you get even in a pattern name? And then I have some more fabric. I don't know what to do with it. I'm going to put it into a Hunter Star also. I've had the fabric since 2013. I should use it, right? And I'm coming off of my phone because I'm not taking any chances of being kicked off the internet. That's my goal. I'll just use my phone. And then later, struggle to find where I make it public. Because it doesn't give you that option right off the bat. As long as I'm live, it's public. But I hope everybody's doing well. Oh, Sunday, out here, you know those white balloons that everybody keeps seeing? We had one right above here on Sunday. And it says it was only at 51,000 feet in the air. But it's showing up on plane. Is it Plane Planner? I forget. Emily's got it on her app. Plane Radar. And it's amazing. It said that there was 3. Oh, Jennifer, you would love making the Hunter Star. Because it is so easy. And it is scrap friendly. It is very scrap friendly. Cheryl is making one. And she sent me the samples that she's using. And she's even using a tan cream. Light tans, creams. That color is her background. And it's going to be scrappy. Because her son doesn't like light colored quilts. And when she showed me the picture of her carpenter star, I said, I agree with him. I don't like that. I don't like big spaces of white. Each one of these blocks takes five pins, and my pins keep running out, so I can only pin so many. And then I'll pin some more. But these, I'll show you how easy these things lay out. Like when you open this up, you press from the light to the dark. So press to your color. And look how quickly they lay out flat. And it doesn't matter which direction. It seems like I have a lot of the white. I have all the white ones. Because this is what I need the most of right now. To make those blocks. But they just lay down perfectly. It's like, I'm going to do another one, Jennifer. So it's like, any questions, just send me a message somehow. But these just lay down so nicely. Everybody says, I can't do curves. These curves, once you figure it out, in here in just a second, it's like, here I have to take time to reposition because it was right where it was going to pucker. Well, you just pick up the foot, but it's like, find a piece here. Okay, here's what I'm talking about. This is a smile, and this is a frown. Well, you want to turn this frown into the smile. So when you pin in the middle, then you go pin these outside 2 points. And then this outside point. Gotta try to make sure I keep it up in the camera. Then these here, you just kind of find a middle and you pin. Because when you start sewing, you actually end up pulling it straight. Over here, find a happy in between. And pin it again. Oh, thank you, Joan. It's like, it's very, the Hunter Star, to me, is a very simple quilt. I made 3 in a month, unfortunately. Only one of them's quilted so far. The one that was sold, of course. But it just happened to be that guy ordered just as I was finishing my 2, so I started the next. But I had started pressing for the next. But the Hunter Star is a quilt that's easier to do if Dee's on my lap. I just had a pop-up come up over the chat. And then if you've seen that quilt video I did of the 4 quilts, that one quilt, every block is on my YouTube except for, I think, one. Because I actually started that on Kathy's. But I explain how to sew each one of those blocks on my YouTube. And that sampler quilt, it just turned out amazing. Because you kind of picture... Yeah, the smile goes on top, the frown goes in the back. Is the best way to do the drunkard's path block, or sewing a curve, because the double wedding ring ends up with a smile and a frown. Oh, that was a loud one. Yeah, the white. Yes, I understood what you said, Joan. But the white is the smile. The white is the smile, and it turns the frown into the smile. That's the saying that somebody told me several years ago. Take your smile with the frown in the back, and it will turn your frown into a smile. It's a weird way of remembering how to do. And then on the other side, which I'll grab, I think there's some right here to grab. As long as I have this connection and it's working, and it should be clear, I hope, for you guys. A lot of YouTubers use their phones for their cameras because they have better resolution. Okay, let me see. I know they're here. Okay. And I can show you just in reverse. Here's the blue smile and the frown, because when we pin in it, the frown sits on the smile. And all you have to do on here, you don't have to do that little mark. You can't see what we're sewing. It's like, don't have the camera quite back far enough, June. And I can't move that bar stool. I tried. But it's like, when you lay your quarter circle on, you just make sure you got the same spacing. And then go up here where you think the middle is. Pin on the smile side. Pin on the smile side. Then take the outside edge of your smile. Pin it to the outside edge. You use the phone also? Because it has a better camera. I'm trying to get my iPad going. Hi, Lynn. And you taking a break from quilting? And then you just sit there and finagle these. And then put just one pin in between. Whoa. And take here. It's just kind of a relaxed point. Okay. Hi, Dorlyn. I try to keep up with everybody that's out there in the chat world. So if you come in and I miss you, it's because I have that screen on like 150. Because I can't see. And then when I sew that one, same technique. It's just when you press to the other side, but it still lays down just as sweet. And when you're sewing, you'll get little puckers that want to try to be there. You just try to keep your material laying as flat as you can, even though you're in a curve. Lynn, did they take care of your knee? It's like, I got all these other, because white's what I've been trying to get extra of, but I can only manage if I get enough applique flowers. I can only manage one a day. You're doing okay. You're taking breaks to give your knee a rest, right? I was wondering if a brace would help for the standing part. And then I could stick an ice pack in there. It's like, I'm trying to figure out how, because I have to take breaks. My knee will lock, and then it really starts hurting. So I have to take a break. Okay, that's that one. Pin another one together real fast. Oh, I am so glad, Lynn, that you got a hold of that doctor. These new ones, it's like, huh? Probably because you went to the ER or emergency care. I don't know what you have in your area. I know yesterday I was doing something super simple and popped my knee out. So it's been a fun night because it doesn't want to bend like it's supposed to. So I end up with a lot of Bengay, Biofreeze, ice pack, whatever it takes to take the pain away for a while. Yeah, that modern medicine. And you pay dearly for any of that. Those shots don't help my knee any. I wish they would. But it's like, we had no luck. It lasted maybe 3 hours. And so he tried it again 2 weeks later. He thought maybe it was just something simpler. But, okay, now on this one, when you press towards the color, and it lays just as easily flat that way as it does the other way. So I have the two matching parts. Because when you make a drunkard's path, or like this here, I have matching parts, but they don't get placed together. They helped on the shoulder for a little bit until it froze. And they said by giving me the shots is probably the reason it froze, because I wasn't using it, because it's like, it was kind of numbed. But it's like, gotta put a charger on this one. I had charged my phone up, hoping it makes the whole hour. If it doesn't, then we'll just be calling it quits early. It's like, what can we do? So now I'm going to try and turn you a little bit this way, so you can see my board here. And I need blocks of these whites. I need 4. I have 1, 2, 3. I am not going to act like a frog when I exercise in the water. My hip is better now. Yeah. You're going to walk? not be a frog. I didn't turn on my iron or anything. What a dweeb I am. But these blocks are very easy to deal with. Like, I can sit here and finger press them while the iron's going. And there's a lot of purple in this quilt. Now I'm making rows of 10, I think it is. Rows of 12. I'm going to add to each side of this quilt, and then the last row will be added to the left or the right. Yeah, because the simplest things put our hips out. Simplest things put our knees out. We forgot to get the grease zerts. That's what I always told the doctor. I said, just put in a grease zert. I'll put some 90 weight in there. And he goes, what? I said, oh, you're not one of these guys that changes your own oil, are you? You don't grease your wheel bearings. And every time he tried giving me that cortisone shot, I'd always squirt blood all over the... He goes, dang it, I should have brought more clothes, pants. Because every time he'd try to give me the shot, he'd always seem to find the one that shot the blood out. But these blocks have to have 4 with the white background, where the larger part's the white. And the other ones, you make a weird plus sign. So when I go through trying to find 4 different colors, there's 4 different ones there, but I need to blend some of this in there. So I'll take that one and that one. And I'll take a couple out. These 2. So this one here, we're just sewing, trying to see where I need to be in the camera. So if you think I'm doing weird things, I am. Terry, I'm back to sitting. I've been the same issues with my knees and using the frame. Standing locks my knees. Yeah, then you can't sleep. Exactly, Terry. And as we age, does not get any better. But see, this block has this big white spot. And the other block, which I don't have one here, the color comes from here and radiates around. It's up on the wall. So then these are the simplest ones. And you can take time if you want to trim these down to whatever size they say it's supposed to be. 4 1/4. I wait until all my stitching's done. Do I have a pattern to show? It was here. It's out of a magazine. But Lynn, you haven't seen the Appalachian Trail? For the 2 stems of the flower, Jennifer, I just go up with the stems with a friction pin. That was loud when I got the notification. Sorry. It's like, I thought there's supposed to be no notifications on that phone, but it's like, I'll see if I can't figure out how to turn it down or off or something. Do you hear the little one in the background then? But these here, I just friction pin the stems, and then I pin the flowers on top, and then sew from there. But this Appalachian Trail was in a magazine in 2007. And I do have just some template material ones. I don't have acrylic ones. I have to hand draw these out. I have to hand draw all these out and then come back and trim. Yeah, the curves have never bothered me. It's just that one, oh, when that dropped on the floor, I got to find the lid and the battery. My little helper here. It's like I put things up and then I can't find where I put them. When I have my little helper. But the curves, you just... Okay, so I sewed the two sets together. So press one way. Press the other one the other way. Then I just nest them. But I do not trim down until it's time to sew them together. You're typing on your phone today? Okay. Well, they told me if I lost 50 pounds, my knees would feel better. I lost 58 and they lied. I said, I actually think it's worse now. And so now the piece. It's like I don't have any of the counterparts here. It's like I have a mess. I have a mess of everything. But then it's like I set the... Let me go grab that real fast. I think I can get by the granddaughter. Ouch. Get my knee going. Emily had something that smells like pepperoni. Okay. I went and got the counterparts. This is what this block will look like when it's done. And this is the other block that's on there. It's a funny plus sign. Or fan blades, whatever we want to call it. But it's like, I have a whole bin of flowers and leaves. But my templates are just on the flexible stuff. We'll have a discussion on this one, Lynn. It's like, but I have all these different flowers. I'm making 60 of these hexie flowers. So then I just pick one that's not in the fabric here, because it gets one per block. So that's the hexie I'm going to pick. And then let's say I'm going to put a tulip on the other side. So you just position, this is the bottom. So I rotate the hexies back and forth, because this little part goes up here in the tulip. So I pin those counterparts on, so I know where that's going to be. And then the tulips have the straight leaves. But all I do is take the friction pin. Oops. It's like, I got to turn that notification off. But I just go from the bottom of the flower, and I just put me whatever arch. You can cross them over. You can have them go side by side. But I go clear down into the fabric now. Can you see the black marks now? It's like I know I have to pick it up because I can't zoom once we get going. And then I figure out where I want my leaf. Let me pin the leaf on, because tulips have straight ones. And then the other ones get, you know, a regular looking leaf. So I can have it go on the inside or of the line, or I can have it go on the outside. I usually have them go opposite each other. Yes, those are those 3/8 inch hexies that I just did the one thing. I think the leaf is going to go on the inside this time. There's no set pattern, and if you got space, you can put multiple. And then I do 2 different shades of green. And I start outline stitching from the bottom. I put that up there, then I put the leaf on, and then the other green. These are 3/8. Terry, I'm sorry I'm killing you. It's like, you should be the one to get the paper out of the back. It's like, getting the paper out of the back of these is something else. But yes, I make 120 of these are on that quilt. This little hexie. There's comparison to my finger. These here are all by hand. I do not applicate by machine unless it's like the dog quilt I did and that. But I'm going to disconnect you off of this stand. So be patient, people. I don't want to drop you. But I'm going to come over here and reverse the camera so you don't have to look at me. So here's the block when it's done. Here's the hexie. And then I did that all this hand stitch and the twinkle in the center. This blanket stitch is all by hand. And then I blanket stitch on the center. But see, here's the dark green. Here's the lighter green. And whatever green I use the stem goes on the leaf. And then see, I put the vein of the leaf back in. Here you can't see the vein quite as well. And then I'll go to another block. But see, the hexie's on the left On the next one, it's on the right. And then it goes back to the left. And then down below, it's just kind of repeated. And then this one here, I did the twinkle in a different color just to see what it looked like. This one has the 3 leaves. So sometimes you can put 3 leaves, sometimes I put 2. But the tulip always gets the straight because they have not the detail. This one here, I overlapped. And this leaf actually comes off this one, and this one, this one. This one here, I crammed in 3 leaves because I didn't realize that one had flopped a little bit. But the machine quilting on this, it says outline with your machine. It says outline this. And then you go back and you quilt in these. I'm not getting how it's like this could be a petal, and I don't know what the heck to do here. I'm lost. I'm going to be, I think, saying, Lynn, yes, the drunken path is the 4 1/4 inch is the original template pattern from this here. It makes 4 1/4 inch drunkard's path blocks because it takes, this is a drunkard's path block, and because the way you do it on your material, there's always a pair someplace else. Right here is the opposite. Yeah, it's like just the colors and whatnot, the way they come. But we get these weird intersections here. And I don't know what the heck to do with them. You do a feather motif? Okay. Well, just remember, Lynn, this one's coming your way soon. Couple months, 3 months, 4 months. So get that knee to heal. But there's another quilt that I'll send you the picture of that I'll be sending you. And then I started embroidering clear down to the seam. So I have to go back. I'm going to finish stitching any of these that aren't. If this one I won't. It's like I'm stitching them back clear down to the seam. I like it better. It's not like they're just in midair coming out of nowhere. Because tulips, when you pick them, very seldom do you have a leaf that goes with the tulip. Everybody said don't worry about it, but I worry about it. Lynn for the win. I'm building up on my, and then here's what I ended up. I took the plaid apart because I can't have pins down now. Yeah. If that's what she needs. So I'm going to sit back down. But here. The black marker isn't very dark, but it's there. But I want it to come out. But the tulip is 2 parts. And it will, hi Gladys. Hi Lori Clark. Thank you. But I will turn that. That's too straight for me. It has to have a tilt. Let me pin that real fast. You want to see what Dee's doing right now? It's like she's on the vibrating table or exerciser. She loves turning it off, on. She gets it going on high speed. She's just a little exercising fool. Let me see if I can. I'll put her put you guys back on my face. That way when traveling, you don't get the motion. Is she on it?
No.
No. Hey, little girl. You going to vibrate on there? Did you turn it off again? There's the little star. See, she starts dancing like that. Oh! She loves sitting on that. Auntie Terry's watching you. But she loves sitting on that thing. It's like she was getting on it so often, it's become a fixture in the middle of my floor. And Terry says, hi, Emily.
Hello.
And she says, hi, Dee. Yeah, are you vibrating? But that's what she loves doing. I can't tell you how many minutes she's got on it today. I was holding her one day. She was standing between me, so she's on the walking pace and I was on the jogging pace. But she knows how to touch these buttons, Terry. She gets it to where she speeds it up to the highest speed. But she just...
How fast are you going to go?
But isn't that the great entertainment? Yeah, tell everybody hi. Yes, she is all shook up. You're doing a Elvis impression, huh? But she won't stand on it unless someone else is standing and holding her fingers. But do you know how much fun it is to be standing there bent over and I'm on that vibrating machine? Because she won't do it by herself. I said I should see what would happen if I put it under her playpen.
Oh, now it's really slow.
Oh, Emily slowed it clear down. Because once you start vibrating up to a certain level, then it brings you down off of that fast. It just brings you down in another pace. But yeah, those machines, when I first bought mine years ago, it's like they was $69. Now it's like, have fun finding one for under $100. But it's like 15 minutes on that. It's like going on a 7-mile jog. And it's like, my knees feel like it. That's Emily's alarm. So I'll be getting baby D here. Yeah. And make sure you've got good support because everything jiggles.
Quit pushing away from me. Give me a kiss.
Austin, the first time that he got on there, he says, I'll be back. It's like he had to go find some better control. But we're going to get baby D. And it won't be too much longer. You want to come? It's like, here's the airplane. Hey, bye, Mama.
Bye-bye.
Go, bye-bye. You gonna bye-bye? You gonna blow kisses?
Bye-bye.
And first thing June said today was, no ponytails.
Nope. Not today.
And that's because you had to wake her up.
Yep. Had to wake her up yesterday, too.
It's like, nope, nope, nope. She sees those pins.
Bye-bye.
It's like, she seen those pins. She was going for it.
Yep. Okay.
Bye. Tell Mama bye-bye. Bye-bye. Now what are you going to do? You got to talk on the camera.
Bye. Bye.
Boy, her hair has the red highlights. Look at that, red highlights. You're so cute. And Randy didn't even make it over. Yeah, it's like, Randy must be out fishing. So what are you going to do today? You're going to take an hour-and-a-half nap after bit? That's her normal. She can take an hour-and-a-half in the morning and an hour-and-a-half at night. Yeah, you can have that. I found the lid to that one thing. I have to have something to hold on nearby. It's normally behind my recliner because of my fear of heights. Even that short, I think it's maybe 4 inches off the ground, causes my fear of heights to trigger. So I have to have something that I can have my hand on. And then once I get used to it, there's also exercise cords, so you can sit there and do different things with your arms. And if you can get down on your knees, they say that you can do push-ups. Let that be under your arms. I says, I can't do a push-up on dry land. How am I going to do push-up on something that's wiggling me? But there's, and they also say, if you have, like, your knees, just put it in front of your chair, sit down, and put your feet on it and let it vibrate just that part, and it helps with leg cramps at night. You gotta, don't slam that. Lori Clark, we was just talking about that the other day. Watching her, you know, she gets up off the floor and then she can't figure out how to get back down on the floor. And so she'll sit there, have her hand holding on whatever, and she's trying to figure out, how do I go to the floor? Just like the little video I sent Terry. She's trying to figure out how I'm going to hand over here to grab over here. But as far as the floor, nah, that ain't happening. Call the firemen. I think the firemen, a lot of them are my age. Or they'd come in and they'd be laughing so hard. But it's like, you can also raise it if you got something, just sitting on it. But it's like, I can't just sit on it because I can't get off the floor. My knees don't let me. So I would have to build a firm. I'm sure glad I got my glasses on. She's dropping everything again. Yeah, can you imagine the firemen? I need lift assist, and then they get here and that dang thing's vibrating. But Alani wasn't too thrilled with it. Coda loved it. She loves it. Alan hasn't. He always wants to unplug it. Okay, bye, Lori. Glad you got to come by. Oh, when I did that last fall in the backyard, or the last falls, I had to shutter. Hi, Tammy. And it's like when I went from face first, I go, I'm not getting up on my knee. So it's like in the backyard, I had to do one roll in the mud towards the fence, and then I used the fence to help get up. But you got to figure out, which knee do I want to kill to get up? And then I go, I just got to put up with it. So I'm out there covered in mud now, front and back, because I rolled over. And it's like, my gosh, I was in tears out there before I went to take the selfie. It's like, you're a little behind her. I had your pacifier. There it is. And before I took the selfie to send it to my kids, I had where the tears went down in the dirt that was on my face from doing the face plant. The other one, when I tripped on the brick, Melinda was there and she goes, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I says, just take that chair that's on the porch, put it here in the flower bed, and I will get up. I don't think it would be in this state. But it's like, oh, there goes my thread. She's unthreading me. And then once I got up, I was fine. And then the one down at the grocery store, the most embarrassing one, when I was seen the most by the most people, it's like when I got from face first to on my behinder, I just asked two people to be in front of me, and they pulled me up, one on each arm. Yes, ma'am. She unrolled a whole roll of toilet paper at her house, so now she's going to unroll a whole thread. But it's like, well, she just has to have this thread so she can have it. We'll turn the camera a little bit more so you guys can watch how busy she is pulling this thread. She's just so busy at grabbing this thread. She lets it go, grabs it again. Yes, she is helping very much. And anybody knows, I don't get much done when she's here. That video last night, I apologize for my heavy breathing. I had less than 30 minutes to get that video done because my one grandson was on his way into town. And it's like, that's a lot of work. Hi, Lori. Quilting in the Country came as the other Lori left. Oh, I hit the side of the building. And then my daughter at that time worked for the hospital up here. So she come down and they sent the ambulance because they didn't know how bad it was. And she shows up and she's laughing. She goes, only my mom. It's like, I sent a picture on Facebook or through text messaging to say I fell, and they're laughing, and then they're trying to call me, of course, to see if I'm okay. I think she's got like 6 feet of string. Oh, thread. Dang it, Lynn. Randy is catchy on that word. Are you having fun? Are you? Give a kid a sewing machine with a whole cone of thread. She gets it, drops it. It's like, look at all this thread you got. Look at that thread. Yeah, let's get it unwrapped off your fingers. Yes, I know. I need 3 more feet. Bye, Gladys. Yeah, it's time for her to end on the other side, too. Look at all this thread we got. Look at this. Wow. Look at all that thread. Is that fun? Oh, it must be. Grab the next ones. Thank you. I'm glad you're helping me so much. Oh, no. I don't think I would do that. We haven't introduced Honey yet. Emily said she doesn't really have to worry about it yet. Because it's like that introducing of foods. Yes, young lady. A foot at a time. Just give them a cone of thread. Yeah. You want Courtney to send you that red, white, and blue? It's like that red, white, and blue wouldn't either. She's just having a blast, isn't she? We could see how long she pulls the thread. But we're supposed to be thanking everybody for coming over and watching us today. They got the last few minutes, the enjoyment of you on your vibrating and now unwinding all Grandma's thread. It's right there. Oh, you don't want it out of my hand. You want it off the sewing machine. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I just wind it all back up. Thread's kid tested too. Uh-oh, did you not find it? There, you found it. When it's down on my pant leg, she can't find it. It's like, yeah, now you're going to put it in knots. She's doing the cat's cradle. She's getting it around her fingers. Yeah. And sharing D with us. Yeah. You know, Terry, I will always share D with you. And it's like, you have little videos that when you miss her, you can go back and watch those. But she's 11 months old as of yesterday. But we'll see you on Thursday. And I'm going to undo this thread. Yeah, she's 11 months old now. Oh, she's giving up her pacifier now. She's meaning. She did a whole roll of toilet paper at her house. She went in the bathroom, standing right by the roll, and she was just having a heyday. Emily goes, I need to stop it, but she says, I need to video it before she gets done. That's pretty good. We choose video recording over stopping the whole process. Okay, we'll see everybody on Thursday. Now I have to get untangled. Tell everybody bye. Say bye-bye, everybody. Up here. Gotta look. Say bye-bye. Yep, that's what it is. Run for the camera and deal with the situation. Okay, blow kisses. Go. Mwah. 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 Night, everybody. Bye. I just got to figure out how to end it. Bye, everybody.